Hey everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jessie with our DJ Rocks. Tonight we actually have a very special, unique episode of Backstage Pass for you. We're going to be taking you behind the scenes, giving you a look a little bit about our business, how we're handling postponements during the COVID-19 virus, and how we're preparing to rock a new kind of event and planning to rock with you all for another 10 years. I do want to give everyone the disclaimer that we have never done anything like this before. We're normally very careful to only show you guys the fun stuff. As a DJ company, we're known for bringing the energy, the excitement. So we do hope you'll all understand while we take tonight to be a little bit more serious and probably even a little bit vulnerable. We do want to be transparent and honest with you. And we hope that our couples, our clients, our vendor partners that are watching appreciate our efforts to be genuine with you and do find comfort that we're all in this together right now. We have a lot of questions prepared for you. We probably won't be able to answer too many questions live. So I do want to say now that if you have questions on this topic, please email them. You can send them right to me, Jessie, Jessie, at ourdjrocks.com, and we will get you an answer. Tonight, I have our owner, Kristen, with us. Kristen, start from the beginning. How did we end up here? How have the past 45 days, where did they start? Where are we right now?
Yeah. So I think it really just all began with a feeling. I mean, to be honest, I knew that from day one, we were all going to feel this, very deeply. There wasn't going to be one person in the world that was not affected by this in one way, whether that was job losses, family members getting sick, wedding plans being shifted. And I knew 100% that we were going to be in for an emotional ride. I, also want to share with everyone who is watching or who will watch that what Jessie and I and the team are sharing with you today is meant to reassure you. And I also just want to be open and honest and let you know that tonight you're getting to see me as CEO Kristen. And I know most of you are used to seeing me as DJ Kristen, where that's the positive, the energetic, the inspirational. And so the CEO side of me isn't really something that I always share to our couples and our clients. But I think more than ever tonight, it's important for me to open up and share that with you and be vulnerable so that in hopes that it will build trust and show that we're in this together.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to start off with an easier question.
Thank you.
All of us here at our DJ Rocks, we're feeling really blessed right now to still be working. We've been really lucky that we haven't had to furlough any of our team members. So tell us a little bit about what's everyone working on? What are the DJs doing? What kind of things are we creating right now?
All the things that we've ever wanted to create. So I think, first and foremost, when we kick this off, we knew that our couples would want to stay in touch with us more than ever. So we thought, okay, we have a few goals here. We don't want our couples to feel ghosted. We want to build relationships through this process. And even the relationships that we do have, we wanted to deepen those. We started off with an intentional to-do list, looking at, what resources can we create to make it easier for our couples. And most importantly, we wanted to ensure our couples and our vendor partners that we are here and we are ready to rock. So if I start with kind of, our office team, which is, office sales and marketing and things like that, it's first and foremost continuing to take care of our couples, whether that be postponements or upcoming couples that are still planning. We're updating our standard operating procedures. We're streamlining operations. We're recording fun how-to videos for our online planning system for our couples. We're creating training videos for our team. And we're updating resources like YouTube, Pinterest, blogs, Spotify, all the things. And, when we get to the point, and even now we're brainstorming and figuring out, how do we stay safe when we're allowed to be together? I think for our event team and for our DJs, it's important for them to stay connected and even motivating our vendor relationships. Because I know, again, everyone is feeling this on some sort of level, right? Keeping our skills sharp, doing DJ mixes, creating different mixes, and then making Spotify playlists that we can share with our couples so that they feel connected to. And last but not least, I think the one that's closest to my heart and hopefully all of ours is celebrating our 10-year anniversary, which at the moment we can't plan a party. So it's looking at how do we take the why behind that, which is our Love Lead Excel initiative, and figuring out how do we exude that in everything that we're doing? And then we're also creating YouTube videos and live videos with that. So that'll hopefully be coming soon.
Yeah. And of course, we're going live every Thursday for Backstage Pass. It's definitely been quite the experience this past 45 days, some that, I mean, most people can't even imagine, especially as a small business owner. What would you mind sharing with us, like what your days have looked like?
Sure. I mean, completely turned upside down. I'm used to going into the office and being CEO and, general manager and running an entertainment business and then DJing on the weekends. So this has definitely been an emotional ride for us as much as it has been for our couples. Days are crazy. I'm still practicing. I'm going live. I'm creating mixes. I never thought I'd do that before. But I think in kind of all of those things and figuring out what that new routine is, it's really changing up my daily routine. Because I think this is hard and this is hard for everyone, right? So instead of getting to the computer and logging on at 8 a.m. and going at it until 8 p.m. of just straight like emotional support for everyone, it's okay, I got to change this up. So, I wake up with gratitude and, I'll look up an inspirational quote or I'll find inspiration in music because I think I still do want to attach to my purpose, which is infusing positivity and energy. And I think second is, figuring out in my routine, how can I build relationships? So how can I build relationships with our clients? How can I build relationships with venues and partners? And then, I think the hardest part about this, and I'm trying not to cry, is being that team support. And, I'm the worrier, right? Like I worry about our clients. I worry about, our industry. And I worry about you guys. We have a full-time office team. We have an event staff. We have a small little mighty team of about 32 people. So, I worry about everybody. I'm Mama Bear. So, I may not have a routine to like, let me have a Zoom call every Tuesday to like check on everybody's mental health. But I'm like, okay, how's this one today? Let me send her a text or, can I FaceTime somebody? Should I give them a call? Let me just check on them. How are they doing? I think the hardest part for me is seeing the real life struggles that you guys go through. When I see our office manager dedicated and wake up every day and help all of our couples and at the same time kiss her husband goodbye to go work on the front lines to fight what is going on in the world, that's hard. I worry about Jenny, whose husband got laid off from his job, who was in deliveries because, they're just not delivering right now. I worry about you and Alex. I know he can't fly right now and we don't know when. So I think it's just carrying a lot of that worry. And so because I do that, I have to wake up with the mentality of how do I infuse that positivity into you guys? How do I still encourage our couples? And how do I really, be that light, that is my purpose. So, yeah.
This is what happens when you have an all-female DJ team and every bone in your body is built out of empathy.
Uh-huh.
I think we, as a team, like I'm going to spring this on Kristen, but I think we've all been watching her take care of not only us, but I'm going to get emotional now, but all of our couples and clients. With the amount of workload we've had, it's all kind of funneled through her. She's protected us from a lot of the really hard stuff with helping our clients. And while we have been able to go live and do all these fun things, she's shielding us from a lot right now. So, yeah. Okay.
Regroup.
Okay, so speaking of taking care of our couples, let's talk about how we're handling couples that are postponing. Talk to us about that stuff.
So I'm going to be honest, like moving dates and deposits for more than 150 clients was a challenge. It definitely was not on my vision board for this year. But the second it started, I immediately created a massive spreadsheet because that's just the way my brain works. And we created a system. How do we carefully keep track of everything, right? I had extensive phone conversations with my business advisor, my CFO, my legal team to make sure that no matter what we do, our couples, our business, and our team was going to be taken care of. So, I took a careful look at every situation and made decisions that will make sure that everyone is taken care of. As far as postponements go, we're really trying to do our best not to force any of our couples into like a standard policy that doesn't work for them. We do obviously have our policy, but then outside of that, we do have to take everything by case basis. Everybody's situation is different. We have destination couples. We have couples who they are here, but their family is out of town. So, outside of the kind of like, okay, here's the bullet points of what we're doing. If we have to go outside of that, it really is figuring out what their needs are. And then if that means adjusting the package they originally booked for a future date, we can do that. Or if we need to switch up different dates. I think the one thing that we've been asking our couples too is to, kind of work with us and be as flexible as they can. If they can give us 5 or more date options, the thing that's hard, right, is that we've had so many couples that have been impacted by this. And so with already a full calendar at the end of fall and beginning of spring, now we've doubled that. And so we want to make sure that, not only are we taking care of the ones who are postponing, but we still have availability for the ones who are still calling. So I think it's teamwork at that point.
Yeah, for sure. And so far, so smooth. So
yes,
you mentioned this a little bit. So we are still booking new weddings and events. Talk to us about that.
Yes. So I'm so grateful for this, and we're so blessed because I was worried that people were just going to put planning on pause, and they haven't, and they're still planning, and they're still using our resources. And here's where I get vulnerable again. It's the new bookings that's keeping us thriving, and it's what's allowing us to be available to you right now. So at the end of the day, like, we just want everyone to know that it's about, we understand that you've got personal finances. You're worried about, what if I pay my deposit? Will you still be here? I'm worried about, I'm keeping my job. So how do I pay my like, we know all these things are going on through your head. So again, it's that same mentality of how can we work with you? Because we understand that we do. And so you and Jenny both have done a really great job of really listening to what those couples who are booking are needing and just having an open conversation with them about what that can look like for them. So
yeah, it's so funny. I know even during times not like these, we're always saying like every couple is different. Every wedding is different. I mean, that's what we do, right? Like we customize their day and we customize their experience. And like now more than ever, I think we are like paying so close attention to that and working with our couples to like what's important to you, how can we adjust where we need to so that it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
You mentioned before that new bookings are what's keeping our business thriving. So speaking of being in business years from now, a lot of small businesses are worried about making it out the other end of this. We started out 2020 by getting ready to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. So as a business owner, what steps did you take to guarantee that we're going to be able to celebrate our 20-year anniversary, or I mean, even our 11-year anniversary, and make sure that we're still around for our couples booked in 2021?
Yeah, I'm going to get really passionate and take off the mask, you guys. As I talk to my friends around Orlando and even around the US, I can get as innovative as I can. But to me, this is my purpose. So there is no other option, right? Like, I don't have a resume. I'm not going to go get another job. So I want to be here to create moments. And to be honest, 10 years ago, it just so happened that what I love to do turned into a business, right? I think that I have chosen a really great, board of directors to help me be smart with business and the things that, I may lack, right? But I think at the end of the day, it comes down to financials. It's cash coming in and cash going out. So the first thing I did was I literally stayed on the phone with every possible utility company that we had, our lease provider, our loan companies, for the vehicles that deliver. I got on the phone with our health insurance provider who give health insurance to our team. I called our workers' comp company. It literally was everything. What can we do right now to cut back on the cash going out? And then luckily, we still had couples that were booking. So that has really been a blessing because it's balanced itself out. And I think at the end of the day, what it boils down to, and this is the stuff that our couples don't see, but I'm happy to share right now because I think that we continue to make decisions based on facts, not fear. And I'm not fearful because I do have facts. And I think that being smart about business and being strategic and creative on how we can cut back, how we can service now, and then making sure that I've got the right people surrounding me to help me make those decisions so that we can rock in the future. Because y'all know when it's time for this 10-year party, I'm like, we gonna blow it out.
I mean, I think we're going to throw down probably harder than ever when we do get to throw down again.
I cannot wait to twerk.
So we have been accommodating almost 3 months now worth of weddings and adding that workload into the already full calendar for the next 6 to 12 months. How are you anticipating handling the workload so far down the line?
So I have to say first and foremost that we are a beast when it comes to operations. And I'm lucky to have people like Mark, Shadow, who's in our warehouse, and then our DJs. We really have a great team. Our DJs are already used to going through busy seasons where they're working, almost every day of the week and every weekend. And a lot of what we teach is how to hone in on their customer service skills, how to stay efficient, and how to stay organized, right? Because as a DJ, you're out. So like you're not sitting at a computer answering emails, but we've taught them how to do that. And so this is just another busy season. At this point, I mean, Jesse, now more than ever, like we are recharged and we are ready to go. So like as soon as they cut that grand opening ribbon, like let's loose. Like, a lot of times I don't think people realize how many weddings we do in a year. So this is just another busy season. And again, we've got an amazing operations team. They help behind the scenes to make sure things run smoothly, that we have our delivery routes, that we have our ducks in a row, we're loaded up property, vehicles are maintenance, all the things. And so at this point, open the city and we go rock.
They're like, bring it all on.
Yes,
we are ready for a dance floor. All the dance floors.
Like, I love going live and DJing in my little office here, but I am ready for an audience. Like, let's go.
I love it. Okay. This is kind of an easier question, but are we using photo booth props? I'll give you a break from the tough ones right now.
Thank you. It's a great question. I mean, right now, let's be real. We have no photo booths that are out, so we're not using them. But
we told you this was going to be an honest stream.
Yeah. I wish I could say I had like a million photo booths going out tonight, but I can't. When weddings do come back, and they're going to come back soon for Florida, we're going to follow the CDC guidelines, right? Mark and I already have ideas of some of the things that we can implement. We also have some of the girls behind the scenes already working on like, what are we doing to come back to work and make sure we're safe? At the end of the day, if that means no props, just so that we can still have fun and make moments, then we're going to go all natural and still have fun with it.
All natural. I love it. So the world is starting to celebrate differently, especially while we're in like these early phases of reopening. We've seen drive-by bridal showers, things like that. How are you seeing the industry and the types of events that we do evolve with the times?
Yeah, so I'm going to answer this question in a couple different ways, because first and foremost, I want to start by saying we are ready to have a rager. Okay, like full-blown dance party, packed dance floor, let's go. However, for the time being, if we do have couples that are forced to change their plans and they have no control, we're going to collaborate with them to figure out what entertainment works for them and works best for their celebration. Whether that means a packed dance floor, we're ready to rock. If they want to turn their photo booth into a contactless experience, we're ready to do that too. I think, the venues in Orlando are also being really smart with options, because I think that we do want to be able to give those couples options. As far as us as DJs go, we are ready to go the extra mile to create special moments for them. Let's say if they want to take their first dance up a level and dance on a cloud, or let's say they need to shave down their guest list with a more intimate dinner or dessert celebration, I mean, I can add a couple more slow dances in to make sure it's only 2 people at a time. You know what I mean? Like on a dance floor, and they're a little bit more spread out. Um, at the end of the day, I think right now music more than ever is more important. No song can be wasted. So I think that curating the perfect list of songs as guests arrive for dinner, in addition to all your special things, are going to be really important to create that soundtrack. I think that also too, depending on the size of the venue, you really can get creative, right? You can still have a dance floor depending on the situation. If there's more than enough space in the room, maybe if you have a venue that allows for a tent outside so that maybe dinner is inside and now dancing is outside, because I have a feeling that rules are going to be different inside versus outside, right? We're already starting to kind of hear that conversation. So, in addition to, our governor, the CDC, we're really going to lean on our venues, right? We want to make sure that our couples feel celebrated. And we want to make sure that we're creating the best vibe for them with or without whatever the dance floor limitations are. And again, meaningful music is going to be the key piece to making their wedding day soundtrack. So.
Yeah, for sure. What are your plans for adjusting what our DJs do when the world is reopened?
Girl. I can't wait until we can celebrate again. I think that people right now, I mean, we are craving human interaction. So, finding a safe balance of social distance and closeness are going to start to arrive or arise. And then I think also too, just being able to celebrate in different ways. Again, just using those guidelines.
Yeah. So I have a few client questions here. I posted on Instagram and said, DM me if you have questions on the topic. So these are the ones that we got actually from some of our couples. So are you going to put limitations onto how many people you will DJ for?
Girl, right now, no. If I have to DJ here and project over there, like, let's go. But in all seriousness, we really are monitoring the news, and we're monitoring the updates very closely. I mean, seconds. I've turned my brain into reading legal whatever orders that come out and things like that. So I'm really making sure that it's not just the news that I'm paying attention to, but the real stuff, not just hearsay. One thing for us to keep in mind, and what I'm keeping in the back of my mind, is that, for example, a DJ booth can be 50 feet away from people. So, I mean, as far as us being there, we kind of have an advantage when it comes to that.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'm thinking is if you're 50 feet away, you're probably not taking requests. That's it.
Maybe. I mean, and at that point, like, if we really have to, like, who knows? Let's set up an easel and a board that says text your request to blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't even know.
We're thinking of new ideas every day.
Yes. Whatever it takes to make it happen.
The next question is, are you concerned for your fall weddings?
I am not concerned at all. I think that from what I'm seeing across the world, at least for Florida, I'm good. I'm hopeful. I'm excited. I'm really, really thankful that I have partners that I'm close to across the US that have entertainment companies. So I'm keeping in touch with them. I'm making sure that I keep perspective with what might be a possibility in Florida. I also have partners in venues who are on our governor's task force in the wedding division that keep me updated on what might come down the pipeline, so I can try to stay a couple beats ahead. You know what I mean? And keep people informed, because again, facts, not fear. We don't need to be fearful. We just need to hear, like, what are the facts so that we can adjust and rock around that.
Yeah, I think even from the very beginning of this, it was like things were changing from second to second, and it was like, what are the facts? How are we adjusting what we're doing now? I'm definitely excited for all of our fall weddings.
Yes.
What precautions will you need during maybe rehearsal and ceremony sites to have in place for the DJ?
This is a great question. I think this one's really going to depend on where we're at in the current state. So again, just kind of like waiting. And it's really going to be up to what each state governs and how each venue interprets it. So those are kind of like our two aboves, and then we can kind of go from there. Once we have those directions as DJs and entertainment, we're ready to show up and we're ready to rock, whatever those circumstances need to be.
I love it. So one of the ways we've been going the extra mile is staying extra in touch with our clients. We've sent update emails, shared with them some inspiration to keep them wedding planning. We know that this has been really hard on couples that are having to postpone or feeling nervous about their maybe fall or spring wedding. And I mean, we want to take a minute just to remind all of our couples, of course, we are here for you. I did want to bring in DJ Jenny to share some feedback we actually got from one of our clients and some client love. So I'm going to pop Jenny in here. Hey, Jenny, how you doing?
Hello, how are you? Thanks, Jessie. I mean, like right now, I feel like we are staying so connected to our couples, like more than ever. So as soon as I got this email from one of my future brides, oh my God, I'm going to start crying already.
I'm going to pop it up on the screen for you so you can read it and everyone can see it.
Good. Okay. Yeah. So I like had to share it with the team. Like I shared it with these ladies and we all cried about it a little bit, you know, and I was like, let me ask this client if we can share this. So this is what she wrote. So pushing forward with wedding planning for our event in November has definitely been challenging emotionally. It's been hard to get excited about it, to be honest, since so much is up in the air right now for what life will look like beyond COVID. My fiance forwarded me this email from your team, and in a moment of stress this morning, I opened up your playlist on Spotify. I just want to say thank you. For the first time in a really long time, I could feel my anxieties about our wedding fade away, and I finally started to feel excitement about our day. Listening to your playlist put the biggest smile on my face, and I could actually envision us on our wedding day. I literally have tears rolling down my face as I write this, which, if you know me, is super uncharacteristic because I felt so happy about our special day. I know you maybe better than anyone appreciate how valuable music is to making our wedding day the best day yet. I just wanted you to know that even in these moments of darkness, our DJ Rocks is helping to bring light into our lives, and we can't wait to work with you on our wedding day. I was like, you're my favorite. Like, I have to show this to Kristen.
She sent that to us and we're all like in a Zoom chat crying. Again now.
Yeah.
Guys, I think more than ever, for those of you watching, if you're a client of ours and if you have felt this, if you feel any gratitude, if you are thankful, if you've been inspired, if you've been motivated, please share it. Again, we feel you and we know what you are going through, and know that, in our worlds, it's really hard too. And so as much as we share with you and it inspires you when you send us these messages, in our moments of hardness, it re-inspires us. So keep sending them, and we love you guys, and we can't wait to get close with you again.
Oh man, this was a very unique episode of Backstage Pass. Thank you everyone who tuned in tonight. Thank you, Kristen. Not only for keeping us strong through all of this, but also for having the vision that got us here over the past 10 years to be where we are today. Thank you to our couples for trusting us and letting us create moments for you. Thank you to our team for keeping up the energy and excitement through all of this. If you have any questions for us on this topic, you can email me, Jessie at rdjrocks. We'll be back next week for another episode of Backstage Pass. But seriously, thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Jenny, for sharing that note. We hope everyone stays safe, stays inside if they can, wash your hands, and join us next Thursday for another episode of Backstage Pass.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.